I'm Sara Murray of the Wall Street Journal. We are here at the Wall Street Journal's CEO Council with Greg Cappelli. He's the CEO of Apollo Education Group. Thanks for being here, Greg.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Let's talk right now about what's going on with your education company. It's been a tough road for, I think, kind of all for-profit education companies. There was kind of a bout of bad press. There were enrollment declines. Do you think that you guys have turned the corner now?
I think it's stabilizing some in the U.S. I think it was very difficult after the economic collapse in 08-09. I think people are starting to get the confidence back that there's light at the end of the tunnel, that if they take the time to go invest in an education, that they'll be able to find work, frankly, afterwards. And we're trying to make it easier to connect people's education to careers so they can see that light at the end of the tunnel. It might be on a very short-term basis with stackable certificates that we're building for them to get value along the way, but they can stack those all the way to complete a degree if they'd like to, either offline or online as well.
And how can you start attracting students and winning back the kinds of people who just haven't been enrolling?
I think, it's the value proposition to the student. For us, we're working with both individual students and also corporations, and what we're trying to do at the end of the day is close a massive skills gap in this country. We've got 23 million people sitting on the sidelines in the U.S., either underemployed or out of work, and we've got 3 to 3.5 million jobs that are literally posted today for hire that aren't being hired because the skills aren't there. And what we're trying to do is put those two together. Now, to do that, you have to make sure that you understand what employers and corporate partners are looking for, right, and design programs specifically for them, and then also that appeal to the consumer as well, so that they're affordable and directly to what they're looking for.
And you do have this interesting new Innovators Accelerator program, which is designed to essentially attract companies, people who work at companies, and continue their education. What kind of companies have been interested in that, and what are people looking to learn?
Well, Innovators Accelerator is aimed at a very high-profile, person working in a corporation. And we've had all kinds of Fortune 500 companies sign up for it. It's a collaboration with Clay Christensen from Harvard University. It's an incredible class on innovation and really helps, I think, people in corporations understand, and employers of all kinds understand what they need in terms of understanding innovation in this country and what's happening outside the country in terms of innovation and how that can drive growth in the U.S. and beyond. So it's been a great experience for us so far. We're beginning to build some other courses around that as well. We've got a nice pipeline of companies sign up, both small and large.
Any word on the number of companies that have signed on to this yet?
We haven't announced it yet, but it's growing every day.
And one of the issues that you guys also have in the U.S. is regulators are taking a much closer look at your business. They're getting ready to potentially publish some new rules. What do you think about that? Should for-profit education be held to different standards than nonprofit education?
I think the standards should be held the same no matter what your tax status is. But I will say this, I think there's a good, robust regulation process in this country. I think we're looking for the same kinds of resolution out of that process. We want to have the right people attend colleges. We want to make sure that we're providing them with a high quality education. We want to get good outcomes, so we want the graduation rates to go, and we want it to be affordable for people so that they can get a job and get a play and be competitive in our workforce.
All right, Greg Cappelli, CEO of Apollo Education Group.